How are you, Ange?
I'm good. How are you?
You're cooking up a storm.
Okay, guys, so welcome to our Monday night call, and we've just finished a series of the 6 girls and decided that the next 3 weeks leading up to Christmas and to the end of the decade, how does that feel for everybody? That we would do some Q&As and pick some different topics for each Monday night. So obviously, right now it is about continuing momentum right through for the next few weeks, building through to Christmas and then into the new year. So that's what the topic of this call is about keeping the momentum going. How do we do that? What's working? What can we work on to ensure that we reach our goals? And there's some, pretty exciting things out there for grabs. As far as Isogenics goes, there's your cash bonuses for introducing people, and it's just that time of the year where there's so many people out there that we can help to, 1, get themselves in shape and ready for Christmas, and 2, set themselves up for the new year. So, and there's many different ways of doing this, and the way I wanted to introduce this is to start by saying that my view on things is always, I call myself the fence setter, so I can always see that there's many different ways of working, and the most important thing that you need to know is that whatever you set out to achieve and you absolutely believe is going to work for you, with the people that you are introducing, is what will happen. So whatever your mindset is and whatever you expect, you'll get it. And, I see Sarah nodding there, because, it's absolutely the case. And in fact, this is a really good time to get Jen, especially while our internet, I know, is working, is just to very quickly, Jen, you might want to celebrate the people who you've been able to gift some prizes to this month.
Yeah, so I've been working out all the recognition this afternoon. And the High Five Club, remember the High Five Club is when you enroll 5 people or more personally in a month. So Fifey, Graham Fife, and Liz and Sarah, yay! They didn't just hit the High Five Club, but they hit the High Five Club enrolling people on 30-day programs or premium packs. So they also won themselves a celebration ticket. So yay to you guys. Plus you watched your mail because you'll get a little surprise in the mail this week. Belinda McGowan, Deb Roberts, and Sam Whitmore also made the High Five Club, but not enrolling on 30-day packs or higher. So still watch your letterbox because you will get a little parcel in the mail in the next week or so. So congratulations, Belinda. You are on the call tonight. Yay! That's really cool. But extra points to Liz and Sarah and to Fifey for doing on the 30-day programs or higher. You won yourself celebration tickets. So guys, I'm going to continue that again through December. Enroll 5 people or more on 30-day programs or higher this month, and you'll win yourself a celebration ticket. So there you go. Liz, Sarah, congrats, girls. Back to you, Heather.
Awesome, guys. So, and there is an incredible amount of momentum going, getting everybody ready for celebration and getting excited. So, it's pretty cool to be able to get your tickets. So there's a few people on here who I know can get those tickets sorted before Christmas, and you'll want to get it sorted before Christmas and know that you've got those in the bag. So, hands up who wants to get a celebration or 2 tickets or whatever between now and the end of the year. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to say is that the bottom line, the goal right now, in my eyes, and you may all have, different expectations, but in my eyes, is not only enrollment for December, but it's enrollment for December, helping those people maintain over Christmas and having them then re-enroll, get their autoships in January, and continue that momentum. And I would imagine if they've got decent goals, they're going to want to go right through and absolutely become regular customers through to March. So years ago, I always used to say at this time of the year, what you're looking for is gaining momentum to the end of the year, and then ensuring you start the year strong, and that you build through January, February, and March. And so it's perfect that we're all talking about celebration. And it's also perfect that we're talking about the same goal for all of us, which is to have customers who start now and then continue to order right through January, February, and March. So I really think it's important that we get that in our heads. We're not looking for people who we enroll and then they're not ordering after that. We're looking for people who we're going to be able to enroll and they continue. And you're looking at what is the next pack for them. What are they going to get in their second month? Are they going to get some amazing maintenance packs out there right now? So what are they going to do in their second and third and fourth month? So we're going to have a bit of discussion on this tonight and throw around a few different ideas. And the other thing I want to say is that there's no right or wrong, but I want to remind you back to what you expect is what you will get. So it's so important to get your head around what do you want to go out there, who are you looking for, what is your target market, and the final thing I want to say in this part is also that it's a time of year that you can absolutely enroll so many people. And so it's really important, again, with your mindset, that you keep your mindset that is what you're expecting to do. I know that Jen will talk in a minute, and she's just enrolled 3 people this week. And so if anybody thinks, oh, okay, people are going to wait till January now, it's not the case. It's all about the right timing for them. And if anything, this is the time that people start thinking about their health for 2020, the new decade. I'm excited for a new decade. Okay, so maybe we might kick it off, actually. And Lisa, I hope you saw my message, so I'm not throwing you straight in the deep end. Thumbs up. I know you're a really strong enroller in December, so just kick it off by telling us why.
Sure. So consistency is always key in everything. And then follow up. And also really listening. So people are putting different messages across Facebook. It's listening to conversations when you're having conversations with people and being bold and brave enough to actually say, you know what, this is the time for you to get started. And then also talking into what's possible, because people kind of go, well, oh, I've got this party, I've got that party, I've got this dinner, I've got that dinner, I've got Christmas, I've got rah, 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 rah. And I really just don't hear that. And what I mean by that is I simply just go, you know what? Like the average person puts on between 3 to 5 kilos over Christmas. And you've shared that you don't want to, that you want to improve your well-being. So like really what's going on that wouldn't have you start now, if we could have you at least drop maybe a couple of kilos, but most importantly, have you not put any weight on and feeling your absolute best. Like why wait? And then questions are the answers. I always say that in everything. And often people don't start at this time of the year for other reasons other than parties. And it's really uncovering what's going on for somebody and digging deep and just being really brave and bold enough to ask the really hard questions. Because most of the time it's more, or that's just a blow off question. Lise, can you mute yourself, please? So, it's just having the conversations and not Michael Klaus, that like I really say, if you haven't already listened to that series of podcast leaderships that Jen's spoken about, that we've spoken about, that are in the executive group, I really recommend that you do, because it's not about hearing the no, it's that you're looking for the people that don't know. Okay, so really just shift your whole thinking around that. And so simply, Heather, the answer to that in the really simplest terms is that I just keep going. I just keep going and I share with people what's possible, because it really is a stressful time for most people, even if there is harmony in families, because it's just so full. People have got the end of the year with kids, with with the families that have got kids, the fourth term, and Sarah will probably speak into, understand this from a teacher's perspective more than anything, but like it's full, and so people are looking for something that can just take the edge off. And most people reach for a bottle of something. So why not give them a bottle of Ionics? You know, and it's just like really sharing about well-being and just talking into that. And then if it is a money objection, I have a cracking one that works a treat. So if someone says, oh, you know, look, I can't justify spending that money on myself, I get it. So, you know, again, I'm questioning and digging deeper. And I then just say, well, you know, why don't you actually suggest to your family or your friends about contributing to your gift of well-being? Because at the end of the day, it's going to be a win-win for them. And so maybe just ask the question, hey, would you like to put $50, $100 towards my wellness program that I'm kicking off, and I'd really love you to keep me accountable. So you're actually getting a double accountability. You're letting people know that what you're up to. And they're, you know, has them have you feeling good. So this is kind of the conversations that I'm having with people. And again, I keep it really conversational. And I just don't hear the no's, Heather.
Absolutely. That's awesome, Lisa. And it is about your expectation and, you know, continuing that momentum. And
one thing I will add too, Heather, so if I do get to someone who says, you know what, I really want to leave it until after Christmas, I can't think about it, I'll say, great, let's get all of your details and let's get it all ready for you to go so that I can put it through for you on Boxing Day so that it's ready for you and you've got it to, you know, be ready to start 1 January. So if you've got that commitment, they've already got the buy-in. And so, yeah, I always have a great number of people between Christmas and New Year's as well, because I've already got the pre-enrollment as such.
Absolutely. We were having this discussion the other day about how you're going to handle those people. And I think really important that you are actually doing the enrollment in between Christmas and New Year. Because, you know, if you send people the links, the likelihood is that they're not going to, you know, that you could well have them disappearing off on holiday and all sorts of things. Whereas if you've got all the information and you're actually doing it for them and you've got the go ahead, then it just happens. And then they're going to get their pack right in the new year ready to start. So absolutely. Thank you for that. Okay, so let's go across to Perth and to Bev Parker. So as some of you heard who were on the call right at the beginning, there was a big welcome. It's awesome to have you on this call, Bev, and with a whole lot of your people too. And, you know, I've been thinking about this over the week, and I just thought, you know what, we all need to be on one call all together, and this is super exciting. So thank you, and I know you've got some thoughts and ideas to share, so chuck them in the pot, and let's hear from you how you're going to help people shred before Santa arrives.
So first and foremost, definitely everything Lisa said, the objections for the money, and first and foremost, we do lead with a 30-day. However, we have found that some people haven't had the money, and we've kind of put it to them. We're trialing an 11-day Santa shred. So they're just getting in 2 weeks before the silly season. So this is another, I guess, an extension of Lisa's objections. And we found that we've actually started a group. We started today. Belinda, I don't know how many people we got in there. Over 20 people or something?
34, I think.
Oh, okay. So we've got 34 people in this group that want to do an 11-day shred. So that's almost, I didn't think it was that big, right? We just get adding people over the week. I didn't look at the numbers this morning. So we launched it today, and we've got another one launching next Monday, because some people didn't want to start today. They wanted to start next week, and then the 11 days takes them up to really up till Christmas. This is all trial. So, of course, the idea is that we do the 11-day shred, which is just the 9-day, the 9-day pack, of course. And then what we're going to do with that is we're going to feed them into either. So we've got a couple of options from that. We'll feed them into the 30-day, like Lisa said, process it on Boxing Day. So feed them into that 30-day. Or we're going to offer them a hangover pack. So a Christmas survival pack. We're calling it Christmas survival or hangover pack. So we're kind of launching that a little bit this week. And because in the 9-day pack, you've got 30 days worth of accelerator in there. So we're going to utilize the rest of those accelerators, and we're going to introduce either a shake and cleanse pack, or we're going to put together a pack which is a shake, e-shots, hydrate, and ionic. So that's the hangover pack. And then that will take them up another couple of weeks, and that will bring them up to the 6th of January when we've got our big 30-day launch starting. So that's the day that we're really feeding people into, is the 6th of January, and that's an absolute given. So we found that when we've started people on that 11-day, they have gone on to do the 30-day as well. But this time of year, it's all trial and error. But yeah, there you go. So we've got 34 people in this 11-day Santa shred, and that's basically what we're doing to give it a go this Christmas, just to see, you know, that's another overcoming the objections of, oh, they don't want to commit yet, they don't want to pay now for Boxing Day, they don't want, but this is a little bit more manageable. It's a couple of $100, and with all the rebates at the moment, they're getting $170 back. So it's actually costing them $60 to do this 11-day shred. So that's where the numbers have come from on this, because we found it easier, people are finding it easier to bring in 2 people. Find 2 more people that want to spend a couple of $100, and they're doing it for $60 themselves. So that's been a huge weighting, you really leveraging that rebate. So and I guess we'll just see how it goes. But I do want to make a disclaimer here that we're not leading with this per se, but we're just trying it for this time of year, and obviously 34 people this week, and we've already got another group ready to go next week that people want to do. So we're just going to see how it goes, but we're really working very hard to not let that be it. We have to feed them into a 30-day after this. So we're constantly talking about the 30 days after this as well. So that's what we're doing.
Thank you, Bev. Thank you for sharing that, and feel free to throw in any other points right now. And I know that there's a few other products that you've been working on upselling people. So there's been, a couple of suggestions there of, a bottle of Ionics and other things that you're upselling.
All the cleanse day things, we're just upselling. Yeah, we're upselling the e-shots and the chocolates and things like that for cleanse days to make it a little bit easier for people. So, but obviously after Christmas, after this, they get to trial, if they do the Christmas survival pack, they get to try the hydrate and the e-shots as well in there, and the Ionics as well. So it's kind of like they're getting to sample all the products, and then by the time the 30-day pack comes, they're not so overwhelmed with everything as well. So that's the idea in there.
Awesome. Okay, so the key thing here is, coming back to what Lisa was saying about questions, asking people questions, and making sure that you are then hitting the mark with what they want. And then being this fence sitter, as I said, there is another side to it, which is what you expect is what you get. And these guys expected to get big numbers on this, and they did. So in the same way, if you expect that you can work with different packs, you will get the result that you want. Now, I'm going to flick to Jen in a second, but just before I do that, I want to mention that on Wednesday this week, Belinda McGowan's actually stepped up to do our opportunity call. And I sometimes wait till the end of these calls to mention these things, and then I forget. So I really wanted to say it right now. So Belinda's doing the opportunity call. The flyer is the standard one. I just posted it before in the chat for this call. And I really, urge you to start concentrating on, talking to people about hopping onto that call, because this is a perfect time for them to find out about the products. It's the brand new slides that Isagenix have produced that are absolutely beautiful for those who are at the Spring Festival. We started seeing them there, and then they were launched. And you've got stories as well. And Jen has been doing these every Wednesday night, and every now and then Lisa stepped up last week and did it. as in Lisa Conyers, Lisa Johnson's done them, I've done them. And, you know, it's just such a great tool to just flick people this link and say, hey, hop on and listen in and hear about the products and meet some of the people who've been getting some great results. So, yeah, I'm really wanting to give a big plug to that. And especially as you've got that flyer as well, you can send that out to people, and the link as well, which is the same link as tonight's call. So it's super easy. You're all on here, so you've got the link. And, you know, as you all know, and a number of you have done a number of three-way chats and three-way calls with Jen recently, and I can't think of anybody who is better at selling our premium pack than Jen. And so I was talking to her this afternoon, and she said, well, you know, I had 3 who enrolled on it this week, so it still can be done, and we all agree that it still can be done. So Jen, talk us a bit through how that happened.
Cool. So they can be done. That's the thing. And I really agree. What you put out there is what you're going to attract. So I don't attract objections. That my certainty is around what's going to get people the best results the fastest. I say to them, do you want to get the best results the fastest? And they go, yeah. I say, great. So we start you on this pack, and I just go through what it is. Nice and simple. And tell them the normal, you know, you're going to get great results. People will notice. When that happens, we'll show you how to get your products paid for, but let's just get your energy back. And if you don't feel like you're heading in the right direction, in 30 days' time, you'll get your money back. And that's it. It's that simple. But my sense of certainty is what allows me to sell that. So that it's up to you guys to, you know, to step into that when you're ready to. But I promise it makes a difference. But, you know, I said to Heather that, you know, one of the ladies, Lee, she, I approached her. I met her in January. She said, no, don't do shakes, not interested. But over the last 12 months, she's put on nearly 18 kilos. Yeah. And so now when I touch base with her at the end of last week, said, hey, how's your year closing out? It was like, well, yeah, I said no to you, but I've put on 18 kilos. I went, great. So I'm going to get started. And she just went, yeah. I said, great. You want to get the best results the fastest? Yeah, great. Let's do this. That was it. Another one I joined, you know, my groups, my niche is outdoorsy surfing kind of women, but also ex-military. So I signed up a chick today who I've never met. I joined a military group, ex-vets. So just, you know, people who've served my age and stuff. Stay last week and just did a post. Hey, here, this is me. You know, if you want more energy, you better sleep, blah, blah. And the group is really adamant about no hard hassling MLMs. It's a 30,000 people group, all that kind of stuff. And they really are on it. So I was just careful what I posted. That I was, you know, when I retired as in the army, I went into becoming a naturopath, piqued interest, followed up people, and signed up one already. Never met her. Straight on a premium pack. So it's there, guys. That's it. Oh, and the other one is one who I got back on. So she was on and off a couple of years ago, and she's re-signed on. So they're there, but it's just my sense of certainty that says it. Lisa Johnson started on a pack at the week, like a week or 2 weeks before Christmas. And she cleansed right through Christmas. Like, and she went back to school and, you know, to take her kids back to school, and everyone kind of went, shit, that's what you were like. And that's what you are like now over Christmas. You lose weight over Christmas. Everyone else puts on weight over Christmas. Like, this is the best selling point for how you can do this program through Christmas. So I just want to say it's there. What you put out is what you're going to get. It's an energetic law. So what you think about, you bring about. So that was it. And I'm happy to do as many three-way calls with you guys as you want. Not for the next week, but around that, absolutely. I'll go into three-way chats. It's just I'm in China for a week, but I'll go into three-way chats. I can't do calls for a week, but I'll absolutely go into as many chats as you need. And like I said, I know Fifey's come on the line now. Congrats, Fifey, to you, Liz and Sarah, and another girl, Jack, who won celebration tickets for signing up people in the last month or 30-day programs or higher, and we're going to run that same competition in the team for December too. So you got 4 weeks if you want to win yourself a celebration ticket. So that's it. I'm cool.
I just muted myself because I my pings were coming through, so apologies for that. So I just muted myself. Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny, I was just about to say to you, you know, what we have within this team is absolutely gold, because we have creative thinkers, we have people doing different things. We have someone like Jen, who anytime you have, you know, someone who you know that you can work with to do what she's just described, you just pull them into a chat. And there's a number of you already who are in chats and utilizing that. So just know that it's there for you, and what we have is absolutely gold. So that was one of the reasons that I really felt I wanted to just pull all of us together in this call and say, hey, you know, let's just utilize the different mindsets, the different thinkings, because we all have the same goal, and that is to help people get both physically and financially healthy, and maintain that, and maintain their health, and continue to build their income over the next few months. And so, you know, that's what we're all working towards doing. And if we can pool our ideas and chuck them in and have, you know, numbers of people all getting the great results, and that's what we're looking for. So we've got a couple more minutes before we finish up. So I'd just like anybody to throw in their thoughts, their ideas, their excitement, where they're at, and what your goals are for this month, because, you know, we've got an amazing month ahead of us, and let's just make sure that we kick as many goals as we can between now and Christmas. So yeah, just chuck in anything you want to, or add anything that you want to.
Well, I'm just going to say what I'd written on the side. So Bev and Belinda and Laura and all you crew, if you don't mind sharing with us, the rest of us in the executive group, and just the flyers and stuff that you are doing, would love to get some more info on that. And obviously, you know, like Heather said and Bev said and Jen said, the whole intention is meeting people where they're at. Your posture plays a really big part. And yes, I actually started at the end of October, Jen, just to clear that up. But the thing is that I did play a 30-day program, so back to back. So it was November, December. But it's got a lot of power when you are stepping into that. And I actually really encourage and request everybody here, if you haven't, hit the reset button, because there is nothing better than you feeling in your best health over the Christmas period yourself. And then you're talking from a space of authenticity as well. So you're being congruent to what you're, you know, you're being the product. So, you know, if you haven't done 11-day shred, because really what it is it's just that first part, that first 2 weeks of a 30-day program. You know, I recommend that you do. So meet people where they're at. So if you girls, if you ladies are happy to share that, would love to get some more info, because I think that's a really good way to kind of, somebody who is holding off, that doesn't want to start. And, you know, I was talking about signing people up on the Boxing Day. This gives them kind of a good 2-week window of leading into that as well. And they've already feeling that. So I think it's fabulous. And again, posture, we always want to just give the customer what they want. And that's what, I mean, one of the things I have done is just a bottle of Ionics to have people cope with the stress over Christmas, if that's all that their head's at that time. And again, it's finding out where people are at. So
and meeting their expectations. And so I just want to cover off one thing, which is that, you know, we don't want anybody to think that they can get a particular result in which isn't a realistic result. So, you know, Jen just talked about that person who's, you know, put on 18 kilos. And we know that you can put on 18 kilos a bit faster than you can actually lose it. So, you know, it takes time and it takes effort and commitment to do that. So we want to make sure that we're always totally compliant also about what we have as people's expectations. So I'm super excited about, Bev, yep.
No, I was just going to say on the back of that, you know, we all know that the 11-day, you know, they're going to get minimal results. and it is, like Lisa said, it is just a taster. But we're very conscious, because I know Jen has made us aware of the attrition rate when you start on an 11-day. So the attrition rate can be pretty high. So we're very conscious, very, very conscious on the page of talking about when you do your 30-day, when you do your 30-day. So we're very, very conscious of that. We're trying not to get the attrition rate there. And so that's something to be aware of. Like, we're really, with Jen's help, making sure that we are definitely feeding them into a 30-day, and they're not just going to go, oh, that's great, I've lost 2 kilos, and then that's it. You know, because we all know that it takes 30 days to create that habit. So that we're talking a lot about that on the page, creating a habit over 30 days. This is just, it's almost like a bit of a Band-Aid, right? So, but obviously people want it. Those 34 people have all ordered, and they're in there. So they want it. So there's something there with that. So these are people that otherwise wouldn't have even wanted to do anything till the end of till after Christmas. So yeah, but yeah, absolutely. I'll send you all the stuff. I'll post it in the group, Lisa.
Thank you, Bev. And just a couple of other housekeeping things. Melbourne guys, or people that you know in your teams in Melbourne, if you're not already booked to come to David Wood, then there's still an opportunity to book in and be there. I have to tell you, and I shouldn't actually say Melbourne. I've known people book a ticket and fly into any particular state or even country, fly across to New Zealand to do a David Wood event. I remember talking to Bev quite a long time ago, and after she'd been to a David Wood, and you know, she was saying, my God, that is the event that pulls everything together. It is absolutely the pinnacle event for training and learning and growing within yourself. Obviously, we're all working towards going to Celebration. Sarah, she says she can't wait. But I've been in and around this industry for 38 years, and David Wood is the best master trainer I have ever met and experienced. And that's no BS. That is absolutely the way it is. And so I just want to say to you, it's not too late. So if you have got, a bit of spare time and a couple of spare dollars to just hop on a plane or get there, or people, we've also had people who've come along who haven't actually started yet, who've come to a David Wood event and then, bought their pack over the weekend and got themselves started. So, I'm going to wrap up. We're 3 minutes over, but I am going to...
seconds just before you go.
Yeah.
Perth people, New Year's kickoff. Who's going? Because Graham Fife is going to be over on your side of Australia, and I know that he would love to hook up with you guys. So, and he is Scottish, so he will expect you to buy him a drink. But yeah, if anybody is, please just let him know, because he's keen. Well, he's going. So that would be awesome. All right, sorry, Heather.
We're expecting him to bring the haggis.
Look at that! Yay! And looking forward to playing in Melbourne, and playing with you, Sarah. Really looking forward to the evening that we're doing in Melbourne on Thursday night. So again, if you're free Thursday night, get the info. It's in Executives in Action. Get there, get your peeps there. Can't wait. That's it, guys. Good night. Thanks, Jen. I'm glad your internet survived.
Thanks, Heather.
Anything else you want to add, Jen? Done. Okay, see you guys. Bye.
See ya. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
See ya.
See you.
Thanks so much. See ya.
Bye.